Hey everyone, my name is JD521 and today we'll be creating this spiral nail which basically looks like this, right? Um, we need a couple of things in order to start. This will include the acrylic powder, which this is Sassy acrylic powder. While I'm doing tutorials, I usually use this Sassy acrylic powder, but while having clients, I use the Super Nail acrylic powder. This is clay. A container to put the acrylic liquid in, as well as acrylic liquid. A nail tip is also needed, right? Or if you're building it on your fingernail, of course you wouldn't need a nail tip. If you're using a nail tip, though, you of course need nail glue, right? This is a brush, number 5 gold finger, a straw, and a nail board. You may also need a buffing block depending on how well your filing is and the grit number of your nail board. So while starting, what we are going to do is to get the acrylic liquid. There's a little bit in here, and the powder and a napkin to wipe out the excess on. And we are going to start to build the liquid and the powder onto the straw. So this is what we are going to, the straw is basically what we are going to use to do this spiral. So we are going to dip it into the liquid and dip it into the powder and then place it at the base of the straw. Right? Now the liquid is clear, so you may not be able to fully see it. And we are going to build a diagonal while turning the straw. In the interest of saving time, I have already done the spiral and I'm waiting for it to dry. So you wouldn't really be able to see it, but what you do is, I'll show you, I'll go again. We dip into the liquid to get the acrylic mix and we create a spiral, like so. Right? So here you can see the spiral is going around. This is what we do to get this. Okay, so now that the acrylic has dried, we are just going to get it off of the straw, right? Always make sure when you're finished with your brushes, or you're not finished, but always make sure while your brushes aren't in use, you have them put aside and make sure that the liquid is covered, right? Okay, so here we go. We are now going to take the acrylic off of the straw. Right, so basically you just press in between. I'm hoping, yeah, you guys are saying okay. You just press in between the spaces and your spiral is off. Right, so I'll put it on a dark surface so that you can see this is what the spiral looks like. We are now going to take the nail board and we are going to file in between the spiral like so. Right? If there's a case where the board cannot go between the spiral, you can always use this tool to simply just get off the acrylic like so. It works very well, especially with spiral nails. Just take your time, make sure that you don't hurt yourself. And then we just clean between the spirals. Okay, once that is finished, we just file the surface of the spiral itself. When you have finished filing the spiral, you get a little bit of acrylic liquid and some acrylic powder. And what we are going to do is just get it onto the tip of the nail. So we are going to use the acrylic to merge the spiral. Now we just get a little pearl. I'm going to put it on the tip of the nail. Can we wait for it to dry? After it has dried, right? Remember we put the liquid, the acrylic mixture below the spiral, and then put the spiral onto the bowl. After we do this, we are just going to take the acrylic, right? The acrylic mix again, and we are just going to finish putting the acrylic onto the rest of the nail. Of course, this will be attached to your finger by now, right? Making sure to merge the full nail and the full spiral onto the nail. When you have finished doing so, like this, it is complete. You can airbrush it and do whatever you choose to do. Right? So I hope you guys had fun, and this tutorial indeed was an interesting one. Feel free to send in your requests. I was told about this, well, like you guys call it the aquarium nails. I know it as the aqua nail. Depending on what goes on, if a request does come in for it, I will be sure to fulfill it. So you guys have a great day, and feel free to leave comments or subscribe. Bye.